asking for my diffusing method, so let's break it down. If your hair feels frizzy, dry, not defined even after you have diffused, then I hate to say this, but maybe you're diffusing wrong. But don't worry, I got you. Today I'm breaking down my full diffusing routine step by step. So watch till the end for extra tips. First thing I do after styling is wet plop in a shower cap for 5 minutes. Why? Because it gives my coarse curls time to actually absorb the products before I start my drying process. If you skip this and your coarse hair dries too fast, that's probably why your curls look frizzy or dry. Next, I squeeze out the extra water with a microfiber towel. Not a regular towel, not a t-shirt, a microfiber towel. This keeps the curls smooth and helps speed up the drying time without causing frizz. You can do this either before or after wet plopping. Okay, let's talk about diffusing caps because we have things to do. I use this Solta Beauty Satin diffusing cap, and let me tell you, it actually stays on and dries my hair evenly. Now I know there are a million dupes on Temu, Amazon, whatever, but my clients who tried them always come back saying, "Oh, it flew off my head. My hair took forever to dry. My curls got frizzy." If you want to avoid all of that, just get the one I actually use. And you already know I got you. So use my code HONESTLIST for a discount on their website. Either way, regardless, whatever you get, a thing like this is hands-free and it attaches to any dryer, which makes it very super travel friendly. Now I want to show you how I use it. See, my hair is not dripping wet. It's like kind of damp. That's when I put this diffuser cap on. I get comfortable. You can even lie down on your bed if you want, at the edge of your bed, and then you put it on. I like to use this at a different speed while it's on my head, so I will use it at top speed and low heat. Don't be afraid of heat when it's like so far away from your hair. A contraption like this is so useful. Your hands are free for free hugs, or you can read a book, you can take a nap, check your phone. The only thing I don't like about this is that I have to keep changing the direction of the airflow. And that's, it's just practical to do it this way if you want your hair to dry evenly from all sides. Now here's what happens if you don't move the cap around. Look at it. Now look at my hair, okay? Case in point. One side of my hair looks longer than the other. That's only because this side is still damp. It's not dry as much as this side of my hair. Now this is exactly why you want to keep turning your diffuser cap around in different directions intermittently so that your hair dries evenly. You don't have to sit with it the whole time also. You can take breaks, take care of your kids, take care of your house, do whatever you want, and then get back into it. That's what I do. I like to do it this way too. This way, that is flipped over. My hair is also flipped over, and it gives more volume for me, which I love. But if you are someone who cannot make these sudden jerky movements or keep your head down like that, it's completely fine. You can get comfortable and just focus on moving this diffuser cap in different directions. This way, I see that my hair is like almost 70-80% dry. Now, if you are like me and you like to use hair products, especially hair gels or mousses, defining curl products, then your hair will dry like this, a little bit crispy, a little bit hard. And that's okay. It's completely normal for a curly girl who uses hair products to have it like this. So, once my hair is about 70% dry and a little bit crispy, I Pixie diffuse. Yeah, I broke my diffuser. Now that means I take sections and cup them with my diffuser and hold about a few minutes each way. I also flip my head in different directions while diffusing. This is key for volume and makes sure that my curl pattern stays tight. Now, if you already have tight curls, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do any of this. Or if you have fine hair, that dries fast. You don't have to do all this. But I like to do this because my hair is thick. It takes time to dry, and cupping it this way gives me that roly poly bouncy curls. I cannot guarantee this kind of pattern when it's air drying. I actually prefer diffusing it this way so that I get those roly poly curls that you see on Instagram. Since we are on the subject, hair with no product dries the fastest. But if you want defined curls, products is a non-negotiable. Plopping with a towel first is great if you air dry, but don't forget to reapply a little gel after taking the towel off, otherwise frizz. When diffusing directly this way, I like to use it on low heat and low speed. This keeps the airflow less damaging, and also it dries fast, and it gives this really nice pattern that's happening. This is just my day one curls. I'm not a fan of my day one curls. Watch till the end to see my day two curls, and then you'll understand what I'm saying. If you're still struggling with drying time, frizz, curls opening up the next day, or figuring out the right styling routine for your hair, then you need my complete curly hair toolkit. It's got everything: the right products for your hair, the step-by-step styling process, fixes for common curly mistakes. So stop guessing and get the full breakdown now. Link in description. Let me know in the comments what's your biggest struggle in diffusing. And if you want my full routine real time, then comment diffusing and I'll make that happen. Here's a quick comparison of my day one and day two curls. Now day two curls have just bloomed, and it just gets better and better from here on. Now if your curls don't get better as the days pass by, then there is a problem with either products or techniques, or maybe both. Check my link in description on the many different ways I can help you and see what you can do. I'm here for you. Let's grow our hair together this year.
But see, you have the bottom layer, right? So it will never break out.